What's up, New York? How's it going? I'm Ross Facaturo, bringing you guys the 67th episode of the Apples to Apples podcast, and we're joined by a very special guest today. We're actually leaving the Tri-State area here for a little bit. We got the number 13 prospect in the Seattle Mariner organization, 57th pick of this year's MLB draft, Nick Becker, joining the show. What's up, man?
What's up, Ross? How you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. I appreciate you giving me the time, and let's get right into it, man. A couple months ago, you guys selected the 57th overall. You're the top prospect to come out of New Jersey high school baseball. I mean, kind of a cliche question, but at the end of the day, how did it feel, man? Lifelong dream. Everybody aspire. You get everybody saying, "Oh, I want to be the next, Jeter and yada yada." But for you, it's it's coming into fruition, man. So, how does it feel to finally see things come true?
I mean, like you said, it's always been a dream, and it's almost there. But that day, I can remember it was a emotional roller coaster, right? I mean, it was a bunch of highs and lows, and finally heard my name picked from the Mariners, and it was just the best experience for me, best moment. My fellow family was there watching, so it was cool having them. And then a couple of the Bosco boys came over after that, so it was a really good time. And then I've been out here in Arizona for about just over a month now, and it's been real fun. Getting to work every day, going to the field, and we've got a good group of guys in this draft class.
So, how did that all unfold? You hear your name get called, you're officially part of the organization. Did you get in contact with the organization right away? And I'm guessing you had some talks with them beforehand. And did you get right to work? How did that kind of all unfold?
Yeah, so the first round went, and then the second round was really quick. So I got a call from the Mariners a couple picks before, and it was like, hey, we're gonna take you at 57. And then next thing I knew, it was pick 57, and then Dave Pepe, the Northeast area scout for the Mariners, called me up right away. And then after that phone call, got on the phone with Scott Hunter, the scouting director for the Mariners, and pretty much I was supposed to leave on the Wednesday of that week, and then things changed, so I left the next day, the Thursday, and then pretty much went to work since.
And you've been out, was it like the ACL Mariners, I believe it is?
Yeah,
one of the complex leagues?
Yeah.
That's cool. How's the adjustment kind of been? Obviously now your home ballpark, I mean, we're not talking, you see some, regionally figure, whether or not you stay local, maybe some of the central markets, but you're all the way out in the Pacific Northwest, pretty much. You look at the map of the league, it's the Boondocks pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
Where you guys are up there, up in Washington, but you're situated in Arizona right now, similar time zone. How's kind of the adjustment been so far?
The first week, it was just all about adjusting, right? Different 3 hours behind from the Northeast. And then just the competition of play, right? I mean, 18-year-old high school kid coming out and playing with the pro ball. So it was just kind of, like I said, getting to work and then kind of adjusting through there. And I kind of adjusted pretty quick and felt comfortable right away when I got a part of the team and started playing games.
Yeah, we're joined today by the number 13 prospect in the Mariners organization, Nick Becker. So, Nick, kind of come full circle here. If I'm not mistaken, you did play in the Little League World Series, right?
So I played. I was one game away from playing the Little League World Series. We lost in the Mid-Atlantic Regional Final.
Damn, but you were on the, where is it, Rockland or New
York?
Yeah,
so it was Haverstraw, New York.
All right, yeah. So, but were you out in Williamsport? That's just kind of off the.
So I was in Bristol, Connecticut.
Oh, all right. But so kind of you see the whole, the player weekend type thing. They had the Little League World Series Classic, and kind of come full circle. You got a New York team versus the organization you're now a part of, repping out Williamsport, and you guys dropped the series, but kind of to go from an MLB perspective, both currently and just in recent years too, the Mariners have been looked at as one of the premier organizations in terms of development, mostly on the pitching side of things. But they got some bats, the Julio Rodriguez and Cal Raleigh, what he's doing. So I guess you give the cliche type of answer, dream to get picked by so and so team. But if you look at Seattle, like it's no BS, like how they've been able to handle development and whatnot. So was that like kind of in the back of your mind, like this isn't just like, a dream coming true, but I'm also like going in the right hands of a team that knows what they're doing.
Yeah, so I mean, there was a couple teams that I kind of had an eye on because the biggest thing for me is player development, and I think this is honestly the best situation for me because the Mariners do produce high-level prospects and develop players really well. I mean, I think we have the best farm system in the league right now, if not one of. So I'm really happy where I landed and really excited to get to work with all the coaches and then get out here for the camps and spring training when the time comes after the season, and then really just kind of hit the ground running.
And have you gotten into with contact with any of like obviously the guys at the complex, but some of the higher ups, Double A, Triple A, have you've been networking with some players in higher systems or what's
Yeah,
the deal there?
so as soon as I got drafted, I got a text message from Ryan Sloan, who is a top 10 prospect in the organization. And then as I moved to the apartments out here, my roommate was Johnny Formello, who's also another top 10 prospect in the organization. But yeah, it's been really cool. I mean, I know that Cal Raleigh and I share the same agency. So there's been talks of my guys connecting us. So that'd be really cool. Getting to know him and kind of asking questions and picking his brain.
Yeah, I mean, and this is the year to do it too. Obviously, the season he's been legit in the past, but the year he's having this year, bro. I mean, there's a time to do it. It's this year.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Real quick, so you're committed to Virginia, and we don't have to get into the whole situation. Obviously, the coaching switch at the coaching spot. Whatever info you could provide, what's the situation there? Like, are you going to sign, or you going to play ball there? Or?
Yeah, so now that I signed with the Mariners, college isn't an option for me anymore. But my brother's still playing there, so I think I'm going to head over there during the off season, work out, train there, do all baseball stuff with him. I've talked to Coach Pollard, a new coach, and he's offered me anytime I want to go back. So he's a nice guy. I'm really excited to see what UVA and the baseball team can get done this year. I mean, they got a lot of guys from the portal and brought a lot of good talent from Duke. So I think they can have a really, really good year and make it pretty far.
And your brother Eric, he's eligible next year, right?
He is, yeah. Yeah.
Is that like a little bit like bro to bro, like you being a couple years younger and you're getting drafted beforehand, or like what's the situation there?
Yeah, no, I mean we're super competitive over everything, so I can at least hold that I was drafted before him forever. But I'm excited to see his season this year. I'm excited to see where he goes next year in the draft.
That's awesome, man. So I mean, that's about all I got in terms of questions. I mean, if you wanted to mention anything on your end, anything you got going on the side, or I mean, the floor is yours.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's just been a great time out here. I mean, it's a lot different than coming from the Northeast, right? I thought it was going to be more of an adjustment for me, but it's been awesome out here. It's really, really hot. I mean, last week it was like 110 every single day. I got up to like 118 with a real feel of like 124, which is stupid. But yeah, I mean, it's cool to see that I'm out here, and then all the guys back home are kind of heading to college this week and next week. So keeping a really pretty good relationship with them, and then we come back in November for our ring ceremony. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, really quick, we didn't get into that. The Bosco end of things. You were New Jersey Gatorade Player of the Year. Only a handful of people can say that in general, let alone on the baseball side of things. Most recently, Caden Dana, the Angels organization. But what you were able to do this season, that en route to winning the state championship, and kind of the whole debacle that was there with that game. If for folks that don't know, it was like a day night type thing because the lights or whatnot.
Yeah.
It's a whole other story. But I mean, just the way that all transpired, and the fact that you guys were able to bring the bring all the gold home, and you being right there, front and center of it. And just kind of like speaking on the Gatorade Player of the Year thing. I mean, I hate to pull the how does it feel type thing, but you seeing your name there in such an exclusive group, does that kind of like hit home to you, or what?
Yeah, so I mean, one of the goals I had this year was to win Gatorade Player of the Year, like individually, and I knew it was going to be pretty tough because I knew the last hitter to win it was Kyle Teal in 2021, maybe 2020. So I knew it was going to be a tough task, but when I finally got the call and text that I won it, I was really grateful for winning the award. And then the next thing was just winning. We were going into our county playoffs, and then the state playoffs were coming up. So I only had one more goal in mind, and that was to win both championships. And we did that. We did it both, and we couldn't have done it with a better group.
Yeah, for sure, man. And it's kind of wrap things up here as we come full circle. As I said before, guys, we're joined number 13 prospect in the Mariners organization, Nick Becker. We went through all the success at high school. Now things are finally starting to get real at the MLB level. Is there anything, aside from, making the MLB roster or whatnot, like the obvious goals in mind? Is there anything that you're personally like eyeing up to improve on or whatnot? And like, what do you have set out for yourself?
Like we said before, the Mariners do a great job of developing players, so I can't wait to see the player that I become throughout the system. And then, like you said, the big leagues is the main goal, and staying there as long as I can. I would love to be an all-star shortstop up there, win a lot of games, and we have a really good team up at the big league level. So I think we're really close on winning a World Series, and I think it would be really, really cool if I can be a part of one of those teams that does win it.
Remember the names, folks. Nick Becker, number 13 prospect with the Seattle Mariners, was drafted 57th overall in this past MLB draft. Hey, man, Nicky, I can't thank you enough for doing this with me, man. And best of luck with everything going forward. All right, man?
Thank you, Ross. Thanks for having me.
All right, guys, and thank you for listening. Thank you for watching YouTube, Spotify, the whole deal. And I'll see you guys on the next episode of the Apples to Apples podcast. See you guys. Oh, man, guy.